This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here, and in today's video, I am sharing 3 poses for plus size women. These poses are going to emphasize the curves, elongate the legs, and look so beautiful. So be sure that you hit subscribe so that you're the first to know when new posing tutorials come out.
A photo speaks 1,000 words, but a polished and professional portfolio can get us those $1,000 clients. Enter Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for websites and domains. Photographers, it's time to be done settling for slow-loading websites with tedious plugins. I trust Squarespace's all-in-one platform to keep me booked and busy. Pick from one of their dozens of contemporary drag-and-drop layouts, host your custom domain and email with them, and even conduct successful email campaigns. Everything you need to run a successful photography business under their umbrella and at your fingertips. You can head to squarespace.com to begin your free trial, and when you are ready to launch your beautiful professional website, you can go to squarespace.com/Jessica Whitaker to get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain.
For our first pose, this pose is going to work if your client has a cardigan or a jacket on. So you're gonna have your client put her hands up on each side of the jacket. Demonstrate for us. Oh, wonderful model. Then with the leg, what you're gonna have your client do is bring their leg to the side, whichever one feels most comfortable, and then pop up on their toe, and then take this foot and pull it in. Now, you don't want to stop there though. This is pretty, but we want to take it one step further. So you're going to have your client pull all of their weight onto one hip, whichever one feels most comfortable. In this case, it would probably be this one, the opposite. So she's pulling all of her weight onto this hip, and then you're actually going to turn your hip slightly back. This is then going to elongate your client's legs nicely. So this looks beautiful in skirts, in dresses, in pants, and it's a simple pose that really snatches everything up. It creates nice curves, it brings attention to the waistline, and it elongates the legs. Our next pose is something fun and flirty. I'm thinking for a little dating profile moment. So what you're gonna wanna do is have some kind of window ledge. This could even be like the side of a couch too, to have your client stand next to. It's gonna add a lot more dynamic to the shot as well. So what's gonna happen is you're going to have your client come up onto the ledge. They can kind of even have their butt up on it, or you could do it just enough where their butt is just resting, and then that's going to allow this leg to be up. You can either have your client bring it fully up or just enough where their foot is popped up onto their toes. This is going to create a really pretty shape, and then what you can have your client do is with this hand that's also the same side where the butt's up and the leg is up, this can be at the side, and then the other hand can either be down, up in the hair. Now, one thing is though, with this cardigan, and it's going to depend on what your client is wearing, but with this cardigan, I can actually kind of take it and I want to tuck it behind. So that then Jenny, I'm gonna have you bring your hand out a little bit and then pull that elbow out ever so slightly. So then we're gonna see the waist from here. So we're getting really beautiful curves. And Jenny, you can even take it one step further. Put a little bit more emphasis on that hip that's resting. Beautiful. And then with your foot, kind of put it on the ground though, the toe. Beautiful. With these kind of cardigans and necklines, you want to make sure that it's laying over the boob nicely and that it's not kind of, this is naturally how our cardigans fall, but for these photos, this is what we want to do. So make sure that everything is nice, detailed, very detail oriented is how you're going to be able to raise your rates and provide a better client experience. And if you want to see more kind of posing details, then I'll have that video linked up here on the screen. Let's have you roll. The fabric is making a weird shape, so I'm just gonna roll this up a little bit.
Are you filming?
Yeah. And then that's just gonna kind of, also it will show, it shows more skin, so it's gonna be a little bit more like layered versus just having a sleeve. Okay, so pop your hand back up here. And you're gonna wanna bend your elbow a little bit, but still kind of hold it back. Perfect, there we go, beautiful. And it breaks up the sweater really nicely. Our third and final pose is going to be one that's from the side, and this is going to be something that you can transform then into a walking shot. And with the past two poses, the cardigan has been covering up a majority of the torso, and this isn't something that we want to have in every single shot because we want to emphasize the curves. So this pose is the perfect one to do so with the hips. So Jenny, you're gonna turn to the side and you're gonna separate out your legs quite a bit. Now, how we're going to make this a little bit more like dynamic and comfortable as well is you're going to take your back leg and bring it back ever so slightly. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then you can actually kind of position your toe where it's pointed more towards the corner for me. Yeah, there you go. This is going to allow you to distribute the weight more either onto your front hip or your back hip, just making it feel a lot more natural. Now I'm gonna have you kick your cardigan back for me. Perfect. And then you can have your hand either up, you could do like adjusting your waistline, you could have it straight down. If you do have it down, we want to have it bend to the elbow and pull it back so that we do see the waist, or you could have it kind of up on the actual, like the lapel of the cardigan, if you will. And we do really want to kick it back. Then with this side, I'm actually going to let you have the cardigan fall. I'm going to have you bring the cardigan back just a tiny bit. And then with this hand, you can have it up, you could have it in your hair. We're not really going to see this hand or the arm at all. The focus is going to be more on the side. And then from here, you could be stepping. You could do a little one step. We could just do one where you're gonna even add a bend to this knee and to the leg, kind of look over your shoulder. You can then rotate a bit more, but if you do rotate, make sure that your toes follow you so that this isn't like standing so straight and then your torso's here. It's all about making these small adjustments is what's going to make the pose look very natural. The last thing though I'm gonna have you do, Jenny, take your back hip and turn it more towards me. Beautiful. And then with your back leg, take your foot and bring it more towards the window because it's a little bit off center. Beautiful. That's perfect. See, making these small little adjustments. If you're looking to join a kind, encouraging, and inclusive photography community, be sure to check out my free Build and Bloom Photography Facebook group. This group is the best place to ask questions, whether it's about a tricky client situation you could use help drafting a response for, or feedback on your photography website. It's free to join, just search Build and Bloom in Facebook groups. I will see you over in my next posing video. Click here to watch, and I'll see you there. Bye.